Hello, hello, my lovely angels. This is your girl Sim back with another episode of the Sim Squad. Hi. I have finally decided to do the declutter video. I know I've been promising for such a long time, but it was actually hurting me, like physically hurting me to get rid of like perfumes from the shelf. But then I have been getting so many new perfumes and touch wood, I've been getting some PRs as well. So the cabinet needs to like have some space now, you know. So let's start with the first one. I'm not going to go into details with these because this is a declutter, not a review. I've reviewed these again and again and again, and I do not want these, and I'll just let you know why I do not like these perfumes. So the first one is Ana Abiat Poudre. Now it's been catching dust. I have left it literally for, I think the first Latafas I had bought were these, and it's been macerating for over a year now, and still I cannot smell it. I can smell it. It's a nice powdery scent, but let's just say that the projection is like weaker than Yara. Now the perfume itself is like a nice powdery scent. It's definitely a floral and gives you the vibe of Narciso Rodriguez perfumes, and I'm sure it is duping one of those, probably the Poudre, right? Because it's called Poudre. But it's a beautiful, nice scent. You can use this at home or something, but I have so many perfumes that I have which I can use at home, and this one has just been sitting there and doing nothing. So I decided to declutter this one, and the only reason is because the perfume is pretty good, but the longevity is like terrible. And honestly, like the amount I've sprayed, it's probably me overspraying and overspraying to make it last, and it just does not work. And although I can smell it like quite strongly right now, this is the first perfume I'm using today, so I can actually smell it like pretty well, but it just disappears within like 2 hours. You don't feel it. So for me, even as a home scent, it's not worth it. So this is the first one to go. I'm trying to go like perfume by perfume because, or set by set. This perfume, initially when I used it, the Erba Pura DNA or the Kirke by Tiziana Terenzi, it was like fairly new, and that DNA was so popular. Like my favorite perfume in that DNA from the Middle Eastern range is the Jasmine Wisp by Rasasi. I still use it, I still love it, but you know, smelling that DNA in so many different perfumes, I'm kind of like sick of it now. And honestly, I have not been reaching for it. As a matter of fact, I stopped reaching for my Jasmine Wisp, which I love, absolutely love. And I've not been like gravitating towards it just because I'm sick of this DNA. And this is like exactly that. It's just like a very sweet, realistic fruits, or actually like it's a mix of realistic and artificial. And it's just too fruity. And like now, like I don't see the allure in this. Although this one lasts pretty, like it has a decent longevity for the price. It's like, I think this perfume goes for like less than $15 now. The bottle is pretty nice. You know, Latafa had made the 4 of these, and they all were very popular. Poudre was something which was like not popular because not many people even knew about it, of its existence. But this one is like everybody knew about it, and this was the one which was the most popular, and then it was a Rouge, right? And I just don't like this DNA, and I don't reach for it. So I'm sure this is going to find a better home somewhere else, and somebody else will appreciate it, because I know a lot of people still like this DNA, and you know, like literally just see how much I've used, and probably this is me testing it out on paper. So no, this is not happening, and it's gotta go. The next one is a perfume. You guys are going to be shocked because I actually shocked myself, and the only reason I'm getting rid of it is because I'm just not reaching for it. And although I like this perfume a lot, it's the same reason that instead of it like just sitting on my shelf catching dust, and although it's very aesthetically pleasing as well to look at, I would rather have someone use it, you know, like my family members or somebody. This is I Am Queen by Ardal Zafran. This was one of the first Ardal Zafrans I used, and I don't mind admitting that it is a nice perfume, but again, this is in the same genre. Like I actually feel this is like a mixture of Kirke and a little bit of like that original Carolina Herrera Good Girl DNA. It's like a mixture of the two. And again, like I hate Carolina Herrera Good Girl. If you don't know already, like that's one perfume I never use. I don't like any of the flankers. there's something in it that repulses me, claws me, gives me a headache. And this is one of the other perfumes that like I literally feel like it's giving me a headache. And I used it a couple of times. You can see the usage. I don't know if you can see the usage or not, but like I used quite a bit of it. And I was using this mostly at home because like I didn't want to smell this on myself for the entire day. So I would come home, use this perfume on myself, then go for a shower and it would be gone, you know, just for a short while it was okay to use. But then I just noticed like some of these perfumes, they're just sitting on my shelf, catching dust, and before they go bad, I just want to like either donate it or sell it or like gift it to one of my family members. So this one's gonna go as well. That was number 3. Number 4. So you guys know the story about me and Dawah Worthy. This is a very popular fragrance, right? It is one of the most viral perfumes from the Middle Eastern perfumes. And it went viral like around 2 years ago. And a lot of people actually love this perfume, and some people like me just don't see the hype. First of all, the bottle is so freaking ugly. I hate this bottle. Like I hide it in my shelf because I don't want anybody to see this perfume bottle. And the perfume was something I just never liked. It's a very like a Febreze kind of scent, or something like what do you call it? Laundry softener, like, you know, like Comfort or Downy. Like they use scents like this. It's very like fabric softener is like the exact thing I would tell you. So like I wouldn't mind spraying this all inside my, you know, folded clothes or my linen and everything if I spray this on that. But also like the perfume is a little cloying. So again, this one gives me a little bit of a headache. I just did not see why it was so popular. It is quite average. I've smelled this DNA in so many other things, and anything that smells like laundry or laundry products, I just cannot get on board with it. Those are supposed to be like home scents, you know, not scents I'll put on myself. And I don't think I've ever used this perfume, and I actually wanted to try this today because I don't think I've tried it since the last time I did a yay or nay, or like perfumes I'll never buy again, one of those. And I think it's been almost a year and I've used it today and I still do not like it. So that's gotta go. The 4th one is, it shouldn't be a surprise. I told all of you guys that this Dawah Worthy, what's up with the name Worthy? By the way, Worthy means rose. Okay, this perfume is like so juvenile. Like I think that's exactly what I said right in the beginning, that this perfume reminds me of something really, really juvenile. It smells like a kiddie perfume, you know, those Disney perfumes you get, or you know, there's some brands that make like these, like literally like it's like comes with the toys and everything. It's even smells a bit like toys, you know. It's like, it's just so juvenile. I really did not want to get rid of it because the bottle is like very, very cute. I love the color. I love the ombre effect. It's actually just a pink bottle, but because the liquid is orange, amber, yellow, whatever it is, it gives this ombre effect, and I really like the bottle. But despite of me trying this again and again and again, it is sickeningly sweet. It'll give you diabetes. It's that sweet, you know. It's, you know, if I smell this on someone, I would actually get repulsed, you know. Like I would probably never want to sit next to a person who smells like this. Maybe if I'm stuck in a bus or the tube or something, and if I have to smell this like for more than 20 minutes, I might actually pass out. It's one of those fragrances that makes me like feel sick, you know, like it's too sweet, and it's like a very juvenile, ugly perfume. I call them like an ugly perfume is something that makes me feel like sick to my stomach, you know. That's gotta go. I don't even want to talk much about it because the next one is Shaga Original. This is not to be confused by any of the Shaga Ouds, although the perfume bottle is exactly the same. But before the Shaga Ouds, the Shagafs were there. Shagaf had like Perfume, and then they had like the blue one, which is Perfume. Ali is using that one. I do not like that perfume, but he likes it. This one is like a super average perfume that you can wear to the office and everything. Now I'm actually like in two minds whether I should get rid of this or not, because like the more it's macerating, the better it's getting. So I just feel maybe the batch I got was like fairly new, and it says production 2022. So yeah, it is fairly new, but like how much more time does it need to macerate, right? But right now it's smelling like a very clean, fresh perfume, which I wouldn't mind using in summer. But at the same time, it has like a note that's bothering me. So you know what? I'm going to retain this perfume. So I have 11 perfumes to declutter today, and I'm going to do a part 2 and possibly a part 3. let's see, because this is going to be a massive declutter, and each of the clutter I'll remove 11 perfumes at least. So this is going to go in the tentative range, so like I'll have to add another perfume on my table to get rid of. The next one is Larry Taste of Kiss. This one had come from US. I paid taxes and duty and shipping and I don't know what and what, and this cost me around, I think $65 or so. This definitely reminds me of Lancome's La Nuit Tresor. It is like the closest smelling dupe I've found ever. Like this is like the closest it's gonna get. But the lasting power for this is so pathetic that I actually have taken this out, and I'm selling it like for a very cheap price, because this perfume originally also, it's like a very decently priced perfume. Now many people have actually messaged me that their Taste of Kiss is actually performing pretty well. So I don't know if I've got like a bad batch, or that font is too tiny, I can't read anything. But it smells nice, like as of now, but after an hour when I'll smell the strip, it'll be gone, like completely, like literally an hour, hour and a half max, this is gonna be gone. All I can say is like this is the closest dupe to La Nuit Tresor. Like I have many other Middle Eastern ones, and Larry, by the way, I think it's a Polish brand or something, not produced here in the UAE or the US. I think it's not from there either. I quite like the smell of this perfume. I'm only decluttering this because I have many dupes of La Nuit Tresor. I have the original La Nuit as well. And I purely bought this for you guys to compare, because a lot of people had requested this perfume for me to compare with La Nuit. So I'm gonna declutter this one. The next one is Tag Her by Arma, and again I forgot what it's called, Limonella something, I don't know, it's like a cleaning or Windex or something, I don't know, it's something that you clean, like it's a spray cleaner. It looks like a Windex bottle and you clean surfaces with it. It smells exactly, it's like this really strong citrus. People apparently they had like 3 different batches and all 3 smell different. So the good batch is the one where you have the lemon smelling or lime lemon smelling perfume along with like a strong caramel note. So like a mixture of like it becomes like a sweet pie smell or something like that. Mine is not. It's just plain lemon lime and smells like a cleaning product. And I think in each and every video I've mentioned this. I've told you guys I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to give it a chance. Well, I've given it enough chance. And this was, by the way, not a cheap perfume. Even in UAE, like this is supposed to be duping Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. And it does have that slight pencil shaving smell, but like imagine like 1% of that scent, you know. So it's there somewhere in the background, and I don't know what that note is. I'm assuming it's some wood, but like I can't smell any of the notes they have listed except for the lime and lemon. And I think that also, I don't think this is lemon lime, but that's all I can smell. So this is a goner, and I cannot wait to get rid of this perfume. The next one is from Al Noble by Latafa. Can you see the offset of the print? Okay, these kind of things really bother me, but that's not why I'm getting rid of this perfume. So this was, it came in a set of 3, right? So it was Amir, Safir and Vazir. Now Amir and Vazir, I love them both. Vazir is like a fruity, spicy smell, and Amir is like a very beautiful oud smell. This one was supposed to be a spicy perfume. I'm interested to see if this has changed. Now it's a very masculine scent, by the way. All of them are very, very masculine. But this one, for some reason, reminded me of spices you put in a biryani. You know, like there's a dish in India called biryani. Actually, in many countries, they have this biryani, right? And all the spices like cilantro, herbs, like, you know, and then with the spices, I thought it was smelling too like savory, you know. And now it's like become a little better. Like I can get more of those aromatics, and the spices have matured, and I can get this like nice woody base in it now. So it's smelling less of like the green chutney or something that we use, you know, in India. But like I know, like this is a very masculine scent, and Ali hates this perfume. He does not like it. First of all these, I forgot what this is again. It's an elf. No, what do you call it? Elk. Elf. Did I just say elf? Elk. So this guy, or moose, whatever it is, Ali doesn't like these caps, right? Like he doesn't like them. He likes his perfume bottles to be very, very simple. So he never used it, I never used it, so I think it's time to just get rid of it, although it's becoming slightly bearable to wear now. Next is Tamima. I actually kept the bottle because when I got it, I knew I'm not gonna like this perfume, and I still gave it a chance. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep it for some time and see how it goes. Unfortunately, it did not go well. So that's the bottle. It's very beautiful. I know a lot of you love this perfume because it's a dupe for Lampat by Dolce & Gabbana. And it literally smells like fake fruits and fresh watermelon. And like a little greenness, but literally smells like melons, you know, like a freshly cut lemon, you know, the juicy, cold feeling you get from a melon. And like a lot of like fake fruits, you know, like artificial fruit smell. And I would never wear a perfume like this. First of all, it's juvenile. Secondly, it smells artificial, so it makes it smell cheap. It doesn't smell, and you know what? It's the same with Lampat. Although that is far more superior than this one. It smells like a quality perfume, but I like that smell on other people, but on myself, I can never use it. Plus, Lampat, I feel it smells nice on very young women, like let's say 24 and below, right? Anybody above 24, if they wear it, I just feel I wouldn't take them seriously. You know, like that smell is just like a little, very, very juvenile vibe. And although I love the bottle, it looks pretty good on the stand. It's very heavy. Everything is made out of wood. It's pretty nice, but like I have literally not worn it. I have sprayed like 1 or 2 perfumes. You know what I'm feeling bad about getting rid of all these perfumes? Because if I had a Macari or something, because we don't have Macari over here, I know a lot of y'all would have loved to own these perfumes, and I'm selling them literally at less than $10, like all of these, you know, just to get rid of them so that I can have some space and I can buy some better perfumes, you know. And I know like most of it, I'm going to probably gift it because I do not want them to go to waste. And I am going to have like my mom coming down, my sisters coming down to visit me, and I would be very happy if they would like some of these perfumes and take it. The next one, second last, is Hayati. Now this one is from Latafa, and it's from the Hayati line. Now they have 3 more Hayatis, and they all are for men. This is the only one they have for women, and there's this elixir which is like made for unisex, right? But this is the only one I don't like. So this one apparently smells like Good Girl Blush, and I feel it's like the same DNA as Good Girl Blush, or you would say the Delina. It's the same freaking lychee, or I don't know, pink grapefruit with something very green, or rhubarb, or like it's like a very fresh, fruity, floral with some green notes. And this entire DNA, like anything that comes close to Good Girl Blush, sorry, the Good Girl Blush, that one is like, I do not like it. I know a lot of people love it. I do not like Good Girl at all. Then there's a very Good Girl, which is a red one. All of them. Leger was something I could bear, but again, it was not like, I don't want to bear a perfume. I want to love a perfume when I wear it, you know. So that was also like an absolute no. So this guy also, like that fear of me with bottles that are colored like this, like it's very real and it's valid, because most of the perfume bottles that look like this, of this pink color or this blush color, they all smell like this. And I'm so sick and tired of having everything that smells like either Delina or Good Girl. So guys, don't ask me to buy any perfumes or recommend me anything that smells like any of these, because like if I buy it by mistake, it's gonna be a mess and I'm gonna just like regret it. So this is a goner. Now the last perfume that I want to get rid of is again Confidential. This is the same as, it's actually literally a shameless copy of Kirke by Tiziana. The bottle is also like, this is called Confidential Private Gold. And see, again, I kept the bottle, the box, just because I knew that this is going to be one of those perfumes I'm just going to not like and I'm going to regret wearing them. So yeah, fake fruits mixed with fresh fruits. Oh, no way. Like, I think, I don't know. It's like I'm just physically getting sick smelling these perfumes, you know. And come on, how shameless can you be? Like at least like be inspired by, don't be like exactly copying perfumes, you know. Like some people have worked hard, spent a lot of money on marketing and everything, and created like spectacular fragrances that are really like popular. And then like houses like this come in and then they just like ruin it for everybody, you know. So at least make a, like a, what do you call it? Like it inspired by perfume, you know. So you use that DNA, but you add like maybe a Middle Eastern touch or do something else to it so that it becomes your own, and at the same time it just smells very nice. Now I know Zerjoff, I know Kirke, these were like Zerjoff, the Herba Pura, sorry, the Abat and Kirke, they were like very popular fragrances, so everybody was trying to create like dupes or inspired by perfumes. But it's a shame that it made like so many people such as myself like sick of these DNAs. So guys, this is it for the first part of the perfume declutter. I'm very sorry if anybody likes any of these perfumes and I've spoken poorly of it. Please don't mind, because perfumes are like very subjective, and what you might like, I might not. I'm just giving my honest opinion of the perfumes I will use and I will not use. So don't take offense, right? Like if you like a perfume, that's perfectly fine. So I'll see you in the next declutter video. I'm hoping it'll just be part 1 and part 2 and not a part 3. But let's see. I still have to decide on what I need to do and what I need to remove. So I'll see you in the next one, which I'm filming immediately after this one. See ya in part 2. Bye.